Hello and welcome to how to create a single print box video 2. In this video we're going to show how to design a lid. So to start off with, we're going to make a rectangle that's 3/16 by 3. 3/16 is the wall thickness of the box and 3 inches is the height and depth of the box that we made in the previous video. Next we're going to just center this about the model, and then we're going to extrude it 4 inches, which is the width of the box, both ways. Now that we have the start of our lid, we're going to actually go to the box that we made last video, and I just created a quick sketch to take a look at a couple things to get a general idea of what to do. So if we look at these dimensions, we have 3 1/8, 0.1875 or 3/16, and this 1/4 inch is actually a radius. It's a 1/2 inch, and that's for this radius here. So now that we have that in mind, we're going to make the same portion on the lid for the hinge. So we'll make it 1/2 inch for the first portion, and then the second one's going to be 1/4 inch. The reason is that's a 1/16 inch bigger, which will give you a 30-second gap on both sides of the pin on the box, so that when it prints you have gap to be able to have it so it can rotate around, and we'll see that as well. Lastly, we're just going to make this centered about the model of the lid and dimension it 3.125 or 3 1/8 of an inch from the bottom of the lid, and then we're just going to extrude it so that it's in line. Last thing we're going to do is just give it a quick chamfer, and we got the start of our lid. Now we have to do 3 parts to cut away from to fit the box that we have. So if you take a look here, you have the center portion here. If we measure this, you'll see that it is 0.8125 inch. So if we go to the lid and create a sketch, and dimension this to be 0.8125 plus 1/16, that'll give you 1/32 of an inch gap on both sides when you cut away, again helping for that print. Next we're going to center this about the center of the lid to match where the cutaway will be. And next we're going to do the 2 other cutaways that are going to be for the outside portions of that pin. So we're going to make these in line with each other, in line with the sides, and now we're going to just figure out this dimension. So if we go back to the box, and if we measure from here to here, 0.9594 is a 30-second smaller than 5/8. So if we make this dimension 5/8 of an inch, we now have a good gap. We'll just make that equal. So these two will be 5/8 of an inch cutaway. And then the last thing we need to figure out is how far this is going to be cut away from. So if again we go to the box and we measure from here to the bottom of the box, it says 2 5/8 plus a 30-second. So if we dimension this 2.625 plus 1/32, we now have our portions to cut away from. And then lastly, we can add a little bit of a detail to this. 1/4 inch. Extrude that by 1/8 of an inch. We're just giving it a little bit of detail, and this will help for when we're showing some other stuff in the next video on how to put them together. And the last detail we'll put in is I'm just going to copy a detail from a previous design just to save time for this video. Extrude that by 1/16 of an inch. And now we have our lid designed. So in the next video, I'm going to show how to put both pieces together, check to make sure that there's nothing interfering, and then we're going to actually have a print of it as well to take a look at it. So I hope that video was helpful. If you have anything else you have questions for, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Otherwise, this is Tyler with 3D Printer Store, and I hope you have a great day.